Welcome to TechWire, a conversation about technology, politics, and government in California. My name is Christina Gagnier, and today I'm joined by Secretary Carlos Ramos of the California Technology Agency. Secretary Ramos, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure. It's nice to see you again, Christina.
So this is the second year of the Mobility Conference. What has shifted in the last year? What are some of the hallmarks that you can deliver to the state of California in our transition to being a more mobile Californian government?
Well, there are a number of very exciting things that we've done over the last year. I think one of the biggest shifts that has happened is I think the mindset has shifted of thought leaders in the technology space and in the policy space in California. I think folks are embracing the concept of mobile government and realizing that it's a necessity now. It's not just a luxury or a nice to do. So that's probably one of the biggest shifts. We were just talking in our opening session about how the number of applications that were mobile applications that we're showcasing has almost quadrupled from last year. So I think government is embracing the concept of mobility. The other things that are kind of innovative and exciting for us is we launched our mobile app gallery for California this last year. So now all the mobile apps that government develops are in one location, centrally located, easy to access, and categorized in a way that consumers can get to them easily and download them easily.
I know that a lot of consumers probably don't know that you guys now have your own app store. There's over 70 apps, and in fact, the National Association of CIOs loves your app store and is really excited about what California is doing as a leader. Can you talk a little bit about the value that having an app store adds to citizens in California?
Sure. We're quite proud of that. We have been recognized. Other states are trying to follow suit, which I think is good for them and for their constituents as well. I think for Californians, the value of that is that it makes government more accessible, friendlier, and easier to navigate, and it makes it available to them on their terms, at their convenience, and on whatever device they may happen to have. It's pretty common knowledge that most of Californians have some sort of mobile device, whether it's a tablet device or a mobile phone or a smartphone. And so being able to access government and government services through those devices just makes government that much easier to navigate for consumers. So we have everything on there from understanding traffic patterns or traffic conditions if you're traveling, knowing what's going on in terms of anything such as a wildfire that may be going on and how that may be affecting your area. You can make reservations for campsites or park reservations. You can find locations of DMV offices or any of the things that people need to deal with government on a regular basis, but it's available wherever they are and on whatever device they happen to be using.
I know in addition to the App Store, the California Technology Agency has also been focusing on generally opening up information. And I know your Geoportal was actually just launched this morning. Can you talk a little about what that is?
Sure. So the Geoportal, we're quite proud of that. We just premiered it this morning. It's what we did is we looked at all the different GIS maps that the state has of the state of California from a number of different agencies. What we found out is that there are literally thousands of data sets that are available out there that give a great level of detail of information about California in a location-based, geographic-based format. The problem was they were hard to get to and people didn't really know where they were or even where to go get them. So what we did is we put a portal on. It's available to the public for free, and the public includes individuals, it includes businesses, local governments, or any organization that needs to make location or geographic-based decisions. We put all the data sets on there. They're available. You can manipulate them. So if you're a citizen, let's say you're thinking about moving in California and you want to know what are the school districts like? Are there, am I going to buy a house in a new area that I'm not that familiar with? Is it in a floodplain? Is there earthquake faults? If you're a business person, and let's say you're gonna bid on, say you have a construction company, you're gonna bid on building a road or something. You have the ability to go on there and look at soil composition, get aerial photographs of the area, find out, based on the mapping that's done by different agencies, are there any endangered species in that area? Or is there threatened plants that you might have to consider in putting forward your bid? So our hope is that both from the business perspective or the individual consumer, having access to available data for free in a convenient way will help them make better decisions, help make better business decisions, maybe stir some economic development, and that the community at large, the technology community, will get this access to this free access to data and build applications that are even more convenient for the consumer.
It really seems like this information can be leveraged to actually attract business into California.
Absolutely.
Because the same reasons that a company here would make those decisions, a company based in Washington, D.C. or Florida that wants to come here might need that same information.
That's right. And that's part of our target, whether it's a company or maybe people that are just considering vacationing or relocating to California. It's available on the website. It's available to anyone in the world that wants to come in and look. And like I said, it's available at no cost.
So this is really year 2 of the Mobile Government Conference and this core focus on mobile. What do you see happening, next year or even 5-10 years from now?
What I hope happens is that folks take all the information that they learn from at this conference, that they go out and see the solutions that public sector entities have already developed, and that it spurs some thinking in their minds, thinking, how can we leverage this in our particular department, our agency, or our program area? So next year we have, instead of 40 applications that we're showcasing downstairs, maybe we have 400 that we're showcasing that are all aimed at serving the California government consumer.
I think I'd be remiss not to ask what your favorite app is in your app store.
My favorite app in the app store is I hate to say it, but because I have to deal with the commute, is the traffic app, where you can see what the road conditions are. And especially when I have to travel to go, I go down to Silicon Valley all the time, or if I go visit my kids that live in other parts of the state.
Great. Well, thank you for joining me once again and for sharing a bit about where the California Technology Agency is going with mobility, as well as the App Store, which I think that now that we have many of our viewers that are more aware of it, hopefully you have more downloads.
Sure. They can access it on the State of California website, or they can go onto our own website at cio.ca.gov.
Great. Well, thank you for joining me.
Alrighty.
And thank you to our audience for joining us once again for a conversation about technology, politics, and government in California.